Hi there, so today I'd like to show you this SIp Hooray bundle, which is Stampin' Up's sort of cocktail glasses and champagne glasses stamp set, which is really nice. I think it'll be really versatile. It is actually in the 2019 to 2020 autumn winter catalogue, but I think this will be actually a really good stamp set for the whole year round. There's nothing particularly seasonal about it. I think it'll be really good for like 21st birthdays, 18th birthdays, anniversaries, you know, gold and silver anniversaries. So I think this will be a really versatile set. And it's the bundle, so you've got the stamp set and the dies that coordinate, and because it's a bundle you get the 10% discount, which is always worth getting while the bundle deal is on. And then today, this is the design I'm going to make. So you can see this beautiful bubbles design, which is one of the dies, and I've done the wine glasses and the sentiment. So I'm going to do it in a different colourway today. I'm going to do it in Calypso Coral. So let's just put that aside, and I'm probably going to use the I think I'm going to use the cocktail glass design today as well, and probably the straw and the little sprig of mint. So a slightly different design today. So we're going to use Calypso Coral ink, Calypso Coral blends, the light and the dark. I haven't quite decided which one I'm going to use yet. Memento black ink, and then these gorgeous iridescent sequin assortment. If I just open this up, it's got loads of different colours. This is actually from the threads, I think the linen threads bundle, but the colours in it go really well. So I don't know if you can see on this card, I picked out the yellow colours, and there's quite a nice orangey colour in there as well, which will go quite nicely with the Calypso, I think. Oh, there's the cat just come in to see me. And then we'll need a circle die, one of your layering circle dies, and this is about 5 cm diameter to do the base here. Ooh. So put those aside. So you need a piece of A5 Whisper White cardstock. So that's half a sheet of A4, and then scored it in half at 10.5 centimetres. And then we'll need a white layer for the top for taking the bubbles out of, and that needs to be 10 centimetres by 14 centimetres. And then a piece of coloured cardstock. I've got Calypso Coral here. Oh, hello cat. You're photo bombing. Come on. Sorry about that. She obviously wants to be part of the act. So Calypso Coral cardstock, and you want that to be just a little bit smaller than the white card, so that when you turn it over, you're not going to see, well, you might want to see an edge. I don't particularly want to see an edge on this card, so I've just made it a little bit smaller. And then just some scrap Whisper White card to cut out your toppers. Okay, so the first thing we want to do then is cut out our design here. So we're going to use our Big Shot. So let's look at our dies. So this is the whole set of dies that come with the bundle. So these are the bubbles. You've got your 3 different glasses, and then lots of different embellishments, lime or orange or lemon slice, cherries, strawberry, sprigs of mint, and sprig of I don't know what that would be actually. I don't know what that sprig would be. So we're going to use this one, and we're going to take our piece of small white card, and at the top edge you just want to line it up. I'm going to do it so that the holes don't go quite to the edge, just so that it leaves quite a nice solid edge to be able to glue down onto the coloured cardstock. Just make sure your plates are nicely lined up so that they don't machine. Okay, just run that through. Ooh. I can't do it from this angle. Okay, and just run that back through again. And there we have all of our holes in it. I'm just gonna run that through again. I can feel where it went as well. I'm gonna do it that way. My plates are a little bit warped, so I think it's time for a new one. That's better. I can see now that the holes are all definitely popped through. Right, so we'll use that again in a minute. So we want to take our pokey tool, and I'm just going to poke through all the extra holes. Not all of them come out, or if you've got one of the little the brushes or your pick tool, then they are all really good. I don't know why I didn't use my pick tool, actually. I have got it. This was just the first one that came to hand. Right, how are we doing? Yep, that looks good. Okay. I just need to make sure I'll do that later. Okay. So we've done our bubbles, which will go onto our backing here. And now we're going to do our wine glasses. So I'm going to do the cocktail glass on this one. These are quite interesting stamps actually. They're actually not solid, so they're actually got holes in the middle, which are a bit unusual, but they work just as well. So I've got a piece of scrap Whisper White. I've just got a black Memento ink. You can already see a very good background that we've got on this card, on this stamp I mean. I'm going to use as much of the card as I can. And it gives a really good outline. Just scrub it off of my stamp scrubber. And then what you also get with the stamp set is these little inserts. So this is how we're going to colour in. So on this crushed curry one, the infill for the drink was this one. So I'm going to use this one for the cocktail glass. There you go. Let's just put my lid on that. So this is quite good because you get the info. You could, if you wanted to, you could just colour this in with your blends. But I'm going to use the stamp. And then you just want to make sure that you get it lined up. And because it's quite sort of a sketchy type stamp, it doesn't have to be absolutely accurate. So it will look fine even if you're a little bit off centre. Right, and then I'm going to do a sprig of mint, and I'm going to do a straw. Get my stamp So I think I'm going to do the green in Old Olive. And then I'll probably colour it in the Old Olive as well. I can probably put that in there, look. I don't like to waste much card. Okay. And then I'm going to do the straw. I'm going to do that in black, and then I'm going to colour it in the Calypso Coral. How cute is that? Quite a nice lot of detail on those stamps. Okay, so let's just get rid of all our stamps, otherwise I'll end up losing them, which you don't want to do when you've got a nice coordinating set. Okay, so put that away for later. Now we want the dies. Oh, I always do that. Now we want the coordinating dies, so I want the champagne or cocktail glass, and then I want the sprig of mint, and then I want the straw. Okay, so let's get my big shot out again. And because I've got 3 different sizes and shapes, I can do this in one go. What you want to make sure is if you've got any residue of pieces from others, you want to make sure you get rid of those, otherwise it might imprint on your next cut. So you just want to make sure you get rid of all of the additional pieces of card that have been cut. So let's place on. I'm going to do one at a time because I probably won't get them all placed at the same time. Okay. Why didn't that one cut? Let's try that again. Better. So now we've got our cocktail glass, and then we want to do our straw, which is going to be quite fiddly to place. You just want to try and place down as flat as possible so you don't end up moving the die. Straw in there. I'm going to colour that one in a minute, and then lastly we're going to do our sprig of mint. Oh, if I can pick it up. Right. There we go. There we have our sprig of mint. Right, let's just get rid of that one for a minute. So we now have our colours background. which we're going to put on there. And we've got our sprig of mint, and I'm just going to colour in my straw. So this is using the blends. I'm using the dark Calypso Coral. Just add it. There you go. And then what I'll probably end up doing is putting that one behind and putting the sprig there. So we now also need to get our circle. Now you can do it one of two ways. You can just find some additional card and cut the circle, or I'm going to be thrifty and I'm going to take the circle out of the background colour. You don't miss it because you're going to be covered up by your front sheet anyway, and that's exactly what I did from here, and you can't tell. So if you've got a nice thick piece of card on the front, then you can always get away with taking out something from the back layer. It just uses the card that you want to use, really. So again, we're going to use our layering circle die. And I'm going to take it from, I'm going to try and take it from roughly where the card is going to be, so where the circle will be on the front layer. So I'm going to take it from about there, now I'm thinking that this will be the top. And then we have our circle. Again, let's get rid of that. I think we're done with that now. So, there you go. Don't even notice we've missed it. So that's a really good way to use a background. If sometimes you're doing a frame, I would probably have your white card. I would you can then take a whole section from the back section if you wanted to, and just leave the border. Again, you need quite a decent thickness of card on the front so that it doesn't either warp or you don't see it. But especially the Very Vanilla or the Whisper White cardstock is definitely thick enough to do that. So we're going to have something like that. Something like that. That's what we're going to do. So we've got some lovely sentiments on this set. We have got Hope Your Big Day is Just One Happy Hour After Another. We've got Sip Sip Hooray, or I'll Drink to That. So I think I'll do I'll Drink to That this time. Do it on, so you just want to check where you want to place your detail, and then that goes quite nice at the bottom. Or you could do it down to the right here and do it up here. But I think because you've got the detail at the top, it just balances it to have it at the bottom. So I'm just going to take off the layers underneath just so that there aren't any edges that when I stamp it might just make the stamp image not look clear. And I'm going to do it in the Memento Black. I have to say, these stamps have got a really nice, clear font. It's just such a nice, clear image, and it's a nice, solid image as well. It's not all sort of greyed out. It's a really nice depth to it. Okay, so I think we can start assembling. So we've got our little items here. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my card base. And I'm going to then stick top layer onto the calypso coral. I'm going to use a glue tape for doing most of this, and I'm going to use my silicone mat. Silicone mats are brilliant. Glue doesn't stick to silicone mats, so when you use glue tape, or if you use the liquid glue, if you get it on paper or card, it stays tacky for ages. If you do it on here, it's really good. It just doesn't stick, which means you don't then end up putting something on top of it and then that getting stuck to it. So it's a silicone craft mat. Okay, and then because the top detail, I'm going to just use some liquid glue just to do the top section so that I can make sure the edges are nice and stuck down. And just go in between where all these holes are. And then just want to make sure you get to the edges. This glue does dry clear. So you can see by having quite a nice edge at the top here, it gives me somewhere to put this glue to make sure that the edges stick down nicely. Okay, so I need to make sure that this goes over the top of the calypso coral to make sure that what I might do actually is just cut off this little edge. I can see that but if you turn it over, you can see that the Whisper White completely overlaps the calypso coral, so then you don't see that edge. You could do it so that you do have an edge, which is also quite a nice finish to have a nice border, but I am just going to cut that little edge off. So I'm using my score board here, and I'm just going to cut that just so then I've got a nice edge and the colour goes right to the edge. I could just see that there was clear at that side, and it was just, that was going to bug me. Okay, so I'm going to now glue my top layer onto my base. Again, I'm using my glue, and again I would suggest you use permanent glue tape. And then we just want to centre this. I always just do it by sight, just make sure it's even around. Okay, just give that a nice press, and then we'll have our circle there. I'm going to put that there. I might put this one straight. I normally like things at an angle, but I think for this one I might just do it straight. Okay, I'm going to raise up the circle, just adds a bit of detail. So I'm just going to use some foam pads. And you can just use 3 sections. Okay, so I think I'm going to put that one there. And then you just want to work out how high you want the glass to go. So probably to about there. So I'm going to put, again, glue tape, but I'm only going to do it on the section that's going to stick to the circle. There you go. And because I want what I might do actually is I'm going to put a little bit of a pad underneath the top of the glass. It'll just protect that a little bit. I'm going to take both bits off. I'm just going to put that under there. Ooh. Don't want that to show. Let's just push that down a bit further. There you go. Okay. And then I'm going to, again, put a little bit of tape. Oh, I've put the glue thing there, haven't I? Okay. So that's just stuck there. And then I'm going to put a little bit of wet liquid glue on the bottom of the sprig where it will go onto the glass. And there we have quite a simple card to make, nice and clean and clear. Again, you can have any sentiment. You could have a happy birthday, happy anniversary, happy wedding day, 21st, etc. It's quite a nice clean card. You've got 3 different glasses to put on there as well. And I think this will just be really versatile. This is gorgeous, and this could also be, if you did a dark, like a night of navy, a card on the top and white underneath, it would look like snow. So I think that would look really nice. So from the seasonal perspective, that would also really work. So I think I might do that one next. So there we have it. So this was the SIp Hooray bundle, the stamp set and the dies. So I hope you've enjoyed it. If you do, please do feel free to have a look at my Stampin' Up website. All the details are at the beginning and the end of this tutorial. And I hope to see you again. Thank you.